Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I have some Halloween project shares which are featuring ScrapDiva design dies. The first set of items I'm going to go through are some mini embellishments that I've made, followed by my October daily. So let's get into the embellishments. This first set here is inspired by Susan Tootsie Tucker. She used ScrapDiva's stamp and die set, and in particular it was the dies that she came up with this genius idea of using these two to make a shaker tag, and I thought that was a phenomenal idea. Don't know why I didn't think of it too, but I made these little shakers with it, and the circle tag fits perfectly into the scallop tag, gives you enough room to make that shaker. I've used 5mm foam and I love the outcome. Oh, and for the majority of my projects I've used Frank Garcia's 31 collection from last year, in addition to the Hey Pumpkin collection from Crate Paper. So this shaker I have layered onto a little bit of yarn that I got from Claire, who is a Curious Trinket, and then I've layered that entire tag onto these fluffy rosettes, and I'll link Susan's tutorial in my description box below, as well as Mrs. Evaly's fluffy rosette tutorial, but that's what I use to make these embellishments, are those two tutorials, like using those two ideas combined. And to embellish these tags, I've used some puffy stickers from Michael's, a bit of the Hey Pumpkin collection, and this little flower is made using a Stampin' Up! Punch. So when you punch out the center tag, you have this left over, which is this, like, basically this coin or circular tag. And I didn't want to waste it, so I found out that the Peppermint album, or I think it's called the Peppermint album, by ScrapDiva, which is from her Christmas release, this tag here fits pretty perfectly with this circular tag. So I've layered the circular tag on top of that peppermint candy. And then I just added some confetti tulle from Michael's, did some stamping on the tag using that stamp and die set, and then just added some stickers, gem stickers, and a little heart trim from Hobby Lobby. So similarly, this one, again, I stamped that tag, used the confetti tulle, and then this black gummy bear is made using a black glue stick, using my glue gun. The mold is from Hobby Lobby. And I've made this other little, almost looks like a balloon, I don't know what you would call it, but this little curly Q thing is made using some black wire from Dollar Tree. So yep, those are my little embellishment shares. And then next is my October daily. So first thing is this album that I use, and I buy this every year for both my October dailies and my December dailies. This album is from Hobby Lobby. It is the Paper Studio brand, and it usually runs for $7.99, but I always purchase it when it's half off. And I like binder albums because you have the freedom of switching around your pages, and I think that's my favorite thing about it, is that I can move things around if I decide there's a page that I didn't want in a particular location for a particular day. I can swap it out, or just remove the page altogether. So that's the great thing about having a ring bound October or December daily. So I've made several foundation pages. I have not added much content, if any, as you'll see as I flip through, but I was really inspired by ScrapDiva's dies this year, so her dies are pretty heavily featured in the majority of my pages. So this cover page or title page is a shaker page, and it uses some shaker elements which I made using ScrapDiva's Halloween add-on kit. This is for the gumball machine, and these little elements here are sequins that you can create yourself. The other thing I used out of this set is this spider web, and it's my only spider web, so I really, really love this so much because I did use it in 2 pages here in the October daily. So this next page here is, it's a gumball machine featuring candy, so I'll definitely journal or include pictures about candy here. And I think one thing to be mindful of when you're creating your albums is dimension. This one's got a bit of dimension already because of the spider and this part of the gumball machine being on 5mm foam. But I love it. I wanted it in my album, and I created 2 other ones that had even more dimension. They were shakers, but I wanted this one in my October daily. Oh, and I just wanted to point out, throughout this album, I've used the Frank Garcia 31 collection from last year and Crate Paper's Hate Pumpkin, mainly because I had just a few pages left and I wanted to use up that 6x8 paper pad that I had. So, oh, I've used stitching elements pretty much on every page because I was working with single-sided 6x8 pages. So that's why there's so much stitching. But I just love the stitching because it does add quite a bit of texture to my pages. So this next one is one of my favorite pages in my album so far. This Hey Pumpkin collection 6x8 page, you know, looks like a candy corn, but I've gone and used ScrapDiva's Halloween words die set, and I just use the word pumpkin, pumpkin, pumpkin. Well, use the word pumpkin 3 times. And I cut it out of like holographic paper, pink paper, and black cardstock. So I also utilized that stamp and die set and just punched through that using the scallop die. And you can see that peeking through is this Halloween patterned paper from 31 collection. So I don't know, I liked the idea of using repetition, and on the other side you'll see that I have a picture of 3 pumpkins. So it kind of goes together. I'll eventually add some journaling here, but I haven't done so yet. This next page is something that I made early on when Erica sent me her Halloween dies. This one is using the spider shaker set, and I use the larger of the spiders. So it's this set here, and I use this one. Basically, I die cut the spider out of the hot pink paper and then backed the sheet with some black basil cardstock. So that's what that is back here. And I thought the page was still quite plain, even though it was, you know, you had this see-through element of the black cardstock. So I diamond dotted the whole thing. Well, actually, before I added the diamond dots, I stitched around the spider. And I really liked how that came out. It really made the spider pop a bit more. And then I added the diamond dots. And then the rest of the page incorporates some torn elements. I had just a bit of these 2 sheets left, and I tore it to kind of, you know, basically to use it up. And I like how it turned out. And then at the very top here, I have that spider web that I mentioned from that gumball machine add-on set. And then this page uses the Halloween pennants. And as you can see, those pennants are holographic. And then I just added some cute little embellishments throughout. Some of that, what do you call it, spooky cloth. More of that tulle trim that I love. And then here I also have a candy corn, which is using another ScrapDiva Designs die set. This page is a pocket page, and inside here, and I don't have it kind of set yet, but I have these 3 sheets cut out using Erica's newest Ghost Die mini album. It's this one here. Please check out hashtag ScrapDiva Designs for some inspiration. Erica made a really cute purse out of this, and then other crafters have made some really cute projects using this die too. But yeah, I've combined that die with the stamp and die set and stamped a bunch of sentiments here. I think this color, this pumpkin color, is like one of my favorite stamp colors right now. And I used a set of Dewdrop line inks, and that's all by VersaFine. So I think I got like, I don't think you can tell, but there's like different black inks here. So that one's like black with a silver. I think this one has like gold in it, black with gold. It's kind of hard to see. And then this one's like a grapefruit color. The word eek is made using, and then my page kind of got a little screwed up here because of my cutting pads. I think I need to swap them out. They're getting quite old and dinged up. So that is that for that page. And then this next page is very simple. It's just 6x8 page with some stitching on the corners that I did with hot pink thread. And here I've used that ghost die again. This was the original idea I had, but I cut additional pages out using the ghost. But yeah, I turned this into a page by creating my own tabs. So let me get that out. So I didn't want to punch into the ghost, so did that. And then this has like 2 or 3 layers of cardstock, and then I zigzag stitched all the way around and then added some lines here for journaling. And then the next page is this acetate sheet from Frank's latest collection, the Luna collection. I highly recommend that acetate. It's very, very thick. Then this page is from Hey Pumpkin. With the little spider webs in this design, I incorporated ScrapDiva's spider web die here using vellum, and I love the effect of vellum. You can see it, but not really. So it kind of just is a nice element. And here I just have a little bat from the Hey Pumpkin collection. Then this was a single-sided 6x8. So this side I just added some foiled specialty paper, also from the Hey Pumpkin collection, a little tool. And as you can see, this sheet here I stitched around the border. This one, I haven't really decided what to do with it yet, but again, it's from Hey Pumpkin. I did some blue threads around the edge there. I turned this one into a pocket page, and I punched the border, I used a border punch that's, as you can see, stars for the bottom of the pocket so that you can peek through it. And then this is just here temporarily, but I have a journaling card from the 31 collection, and what I did here was I did some stitching as well. And on the back, the reason why I stitched it was because I wanted to add this white cardstock for journaling, because it's really hard to journal, for me at least, on patterned paper like this. So that's that. And then yeah, I just used some trim from Hobby Lobby. And then this paper clip up here was gifted to me by my good friend, and it's just a resin paper clip from Joann's. I believe it's Park Lane collection. And then here I just have a bunch of the plastic cover sheets that came with the album. And it's nice to have because, for example, these 6x8 pages fit inside this plastic sheet. So you can kind of arrange whatever you want in your for your page before committing to it. So I kind of like doing that and keeping it here if I'm not quite ready to finish the page yet. So yeah, that is everything I wanted to share. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. Thank you, Erica, for all your amazing dies. And I also want to thank my new subscribers, returning subscribers, and anyone who's just dropping by to see my content. I appreciate you, and I hope you're having a great day. Thanks for visiting. Bye.